Hello everyone, welcome once again to another edition of the Foolish Fish Esoteric News with your weekly updates on the worlds of esoteric and occult book publishing and arts and events and paraphernalia. We're starting off this week with news from Atramentus Press, and it seems that Peter Hamilton Giles has been working in collaboration with Daniel Yates, the occult photographer who was the author of Arcanum. I think that was the name of the book that was published by Anathema Publishing just a few years ago. And this looks like a really nice book. It's included in the whole Book of the Black Dragon series, and it's a close look at Peter Hamilton Giles's ritual space and thoughts about it, and an introduction to what it all means, right? To what all his setup is pointing towards, which sounds really nice. So this has now gone on pre-order. It's been on pre-order now for a few days. I think it went on pre-order last Friday. Let me just check that. Friday 15th of July, I think, was the date of announcing this. So it's been a week already. I record these videos on the Thursday. They get released to members on Thursday and they get released to the public on Friday. So by the time this was announced, my previous video was already out, right? Nevertheless, if you are hoping to get one of the very limited special standard editions, then you have 18 days from the launch date to do so. So time is definitely ticking. The difference between the two seems to be the tipped in page. So it's a photo of an initiatory Dracu Exu as used during ritual ceremonies of the Dragon's Column with Andrew D. Chumbly. I'm sure it will be a very beautiful thing. The previous few books that have been released by Atramentus Press were signed, so it's not impossible that this will be signed, although I don't see any mention of it. Maybe I'm just not looking very carefully. I'm not sure. I can't see it on the page right here. But do check the two different editions, the special standard edition and the standard edition, which are currently available. There is a difference of £10 between the two. There we are. Let's move on to news from Treadwell's Books, the wonderful occult bookshop in London, who are about to publish Witches in the Museum. So Gerald Gardner and the Witchcraft Revival on the Isle of Man. I'll let you have a read of this blurb here, which looks very interesting to me, looking at the seminal years of 1950 to 1972, looking at both the museum itself as a Wiccan base and at the unfolding trends within the religion itself. It sounds like a very exciting book, and it's going to be hardback. So this price of £22 seems very reasonable indeed to me. Very nice, very, very nice. There are a couple of pages of from the screen of the writer, I presume, possibly of the editor, if you want to get a closer look at what the contents might be like. Let's move on to Magic and Occult Primer. So this is a 50th anniversary edition. David Conway's Magic and Occult Primer has been a standard in the occult circles for a little while. It's available both as a hardcover for $29.95 or as a paperback for a little less, $24.95. So $5 difference between the two editions. You will probably already know whether this is something that you've been looking for and waiting for a new edition of or not. One way or another, I do recommend having a look around the Witches' Almanac's website. I featured Liber Spirituum when that was coming out, and it's maybe worth taking a little look at what the Witches' Almanac are offering around here. Anyway, little tip there. Right, moving on to news from Hadean Press. They have a new trailer out. Ecstasy, a devotional guide to the female mystics. The release date is June 26th, and this beautiful trailer that they have been that they've released. They've been doing this. I think this is the second trailer that I've seen. Anyway, they might have done more, but just. What a lovely idea to make a video trailer for a book, right? And so we're getting a little idea of what people have been saying so far about this particular one. I'm very curious about this one, actually. So it's one of their guides to the underworld, and apparently it's going to be their thickest one so far. I mean, I'm putting my hands out like this, but the guides to the underworld tend to be little pamphlets, but I think the longest one that they've had so far has been in the region of 40 pages. So that they're not that short. So yeah, if this is going to be their longest one so far, then I'm sure that'll be very, very exciting. So yes, a devotional guide to the female mystics. One to look out for. I think it's out, yes, next week on the 26th. Miskatonic Books. Miskatonic Books Larry Roberts reached out to me during the night, actually. I found the email this morning as I woke up, saying that there is going to be a site-wide sale, 15% off everything, using this code here, lowercase summer15, all one word. And that is cumulative with the 10% discount if you're using cryptocurrency. Well, you know that Miskatonic Books are one of the foremost resellers of fine occult books online, and they're just fantastic. If there's a book that you've been looking for, then it's likely to be on Miskatonic Books. And if it's not there right now, then it's likely to be there at some point in the near future. I've just scrolled right past The Hanged God by Shani Oates, and this is reminding me that The Hanged God has shipped, which is fantastic. I've received my own copy, and I could not be happier. I'll be reviewing that in the very, very near future. But yes, just to reiterate, that's Summer 15. That is available from today, the time when I'm recording on Thursday. That is for all of the Foolish Fish members. So yeah, get in there before everyone else gets access to the code tomorrow on Friday, the 22nd, of course, of July, and this the code is live at the time you're watching this, whenever that may be. So for anyone who's not a member of the Foolish Fish memberships from Patreon or from YouTube, then as soon as you can see this, then you can start using this Summer 15 code at checkout to get 15% off, or 25% off if you're using cryptocurrency, of course. Right, this is not really news, but I was pointed towards this website. I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was who pointed me towards it. I should really have made a note. Forgive me. However, this is one that I actually pointed members to back in 2019, but I think it might be worth pointing this one out. Hermetic Initiation into Martinism by Pierre de Lassenique. This is the hardcover book. And check Hermetics. They have a website that's worth checking out. They've got some, no pun intended. They've got some really, really nice looking hardcover books. Directly related to Franz Bardon, of course, and well, some more, some less. And anyway, this one looked like it could be worth bringing back to memory. It's not one that I've seen around very often, and yet it seems like it could be a nice one to have, right? So this is the second edition, since the first edition is sold out. News from Taschen. This really raised a smile for me earlier on today when I saw that the complete Little Nemo by Winsor McKay is now available as an XXL book. So that's a large book, right? So XXL, if you hover over that, you'll see that they're a minimum of 39 centimeters high. That's 15.4 inches high. So yeah, this one's actually 44 centimeters high. That's a big old book. And yeah, you'll be able to see from the shots inside that yeah, this is some amazing psychedelic work, right? From 1905 to 1909. Very, very beautiful, crazy, oneiric stuff. So yeah, very, very nice. Okay, I'll let you discover that at your own leisure. Gemma Gary has got a website. I think from what I understand, she had a website set up previously, which has been in construction for quite a long time, and it's now available once again, and you can find all of her books. Well, there are links to the Troy Books website, rather to her books on the Troy Books website. The same thing with the jewellery. But I was interested here in the Cord Buka, which is, or rather seems to be some kind of group, some kind of initiatory or initiatic group, and I was interested to see here that they're not actively searching for joiners, right? However, if people would be interested in joining, they can undertake a prescribed series of vigils and workings, and of those who make the essay, an invitation to admittance may be given, right? So it's not like many of these groups where you have to just pay your entrance fee and it's fine, you're in. No, this one you see, it seems like you need to prove your worth. It seems interesting anyway. It's certainly worth noting. And then the services, which I'm very keen on here. Gemma Gary is actually selling, of course. You should contact her for more details. These following services, which seem like they can be of great use to some people, right? The crafting of charms, amulets and substances, talismanic magic, spell working, spiritual investigations, blessings and exorcisms, and tarot readings. By the way, I do tarot readings as well. Just saying. I'll leave links down below. But if you're after a reading by Gemma Gary, then naturally simply click on here to contact her directly. And this idea of being able to contact her directly for spell workings seems seems really cool. Right. Yes, news from Richard Gavin, who has apparently recorded already his episode with Thoth Hermes. Excuse me, the Thoth Hermes podcast is one of my favourite occult podcasts, and it looks like this episode will be out on July 24th, so that's just in a few days' time. I'm very, very excited to hear that. Richard Gavin, of course, the author of The Benighted Path and The Infernal Mask, which was very recently released by Theon Publishing. So that's one to listen out for. All right, where are we up to? Here we go. This one, a little bit of fun here. Echolands by J.H. Williams III, who was the illustrator of Promethea by Alan Moore, and also the illustrator of Sandman Overture. So a very, very adept illustrator who has been illustrating some very esoteric occult ideas for a very long time now, and he's created his own story alongside a number of other creators that you can see here. I bought the first 2 or 3 issues from this, and it was a lot of fun, but there was a problem with the distributor here in Poland, and so I wasn't able to get my hands on any more of them. But anyway, it looks like the hardcover of the first volume is going to be available to purchase very, very soon. He's not quite sure what the date's going to be, but it's going to be within the next 2 or 3 weeks for sure. All right. Let's move on to Tarot Emblemata. So this is another Kickstarter that seemed very beautiful to me. You may remember the Emblemata that was published quite recently by Black Letter Press. Well, many of those illustrations are now available as this tarot, which looks very, very beautiful. Very, very nice. Again, I'll let you take your time with this. Yes, it looks like the that's very interesting, right? To see the correspondences anyway. Very, very nice. Moving on to the British Museum shop. I had to share this with you. Once in a while, I go and visit the British Museum's online shop, and I dream, because I can't afford £350 for a seated green Tara statue. But there are many, many different price brackets. So you can see that there's one here for £25, this white Tara statue, and Sekhmet for 22, Isis with Horus ornament for 12. But then you look at the head the head of Hypnos, and that's 750. What was another? Oh, this was the one that really made me sigh. The head of Aphrodite in bronze for 3,500. But then you got Anubis standing ornament for 1,599. So yeah, there really is a very, very wide range of available replicas for a very wide range of prices, which I thought was very nice. Look how nice that bust of Hermes is. Hey. Well, yeah, I'll let you go ahead and click on that and dream your money away. As you can see, that there's a lot going on there, from replicas to souvenir coins to all kinds of different things. Yeah, and a load of books as well. Finally, the board game for the week is the Grand Carnival expansion and reprint. So this is a game that came out quite a while ago, actually, and it's Sai. Thank you so much, Sai, one of our Foolish Fish members, who pointed this one out to me on the Foolish Fish Discord. Yeah, it got a lot of praise when the first edition came out. You can see the Dice Towers seal of excellence there, and it looks like it's getting a new printing with a whole load of new artwork. It looks like a lot of fun. How was it? Roller Coaster Tycoon, I suppose, was the video game, wasn't it? And yeah, this looks like you're setting up your fun fair to be the most successful fun fair. It looks like a lot of fun. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. And yeah, I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.